bringing back that Low Country Live Book Club. It's a story of fantasy and adventure, one that you won't be able to put down, you or your kids for that matter. Perfect for the cold winter months when you all want to curl up by the fire. Here with more on her new book is Mary Kerr. Mary, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I'm kind of embarrassed, and I'm so excited about the book. And it's for, what's the ages that you're targeting?
Well, it's targeted for ages 9 to 14, but I like to say it'd be good for people of all ages because it brings in a lot of cool low country history from World War II that a lot of people don't even know about.
Well, I was so excited when I started reading about the book. I said, I want to read this book, especially seeing as though you're getting national attention, the International Spy Museum. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was really excited about that. Actually, I visited the International Spy Museum a couple of years ago, and they had all this really cool stuff that I had learned in history class, sorta, but it was like the untold story. So I took a lot of those really interesting things, like about ciphers and codes and carrier pigeons and Operation Drumbeat, which is about the German submarines that were off our coast during World War II, and weaved all that into a fantasy adventure story that kind of leaps off from a graveyard downtown.
That's wonderful. It's very cool. And you're speaking of World War II, you have some actual pictures in the book from World War II era, correct?
Right. I'm excited about that. Also, that in this book there's this appendix that you mentioned, and it has real photographs that inspire a lot of the things that happen in the story. So it took a little bit of time and effort to collect those photographs and track down the people that own those photographs, but it was worth it. Like, for example, a picture of a carrier pigeon that I got, that I included in the book. I eventually tracked that down from the branch of the military that was responsible for our pigeon program when we had it, like in World War I and World War II. So that was pretty exciting.
I think it's very cool that you go out and you sign copies of your book. This is your third book, so I mean, you're no stranger to getting it done. But are you by chance selling it or excuse me, writing, or I should say, signing your book anywhere around here? Because I'm sure that people would really love to get to know you.
Well, I just did a signing on this past Saturday at Barnes & Noble.
I figured you did, though, yeah, because that's what you're used to. That's so great.
Right, and I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I wrote this book with the involvement of a class of students at Mount Pleasant Academy. Yeah. So every week I would go in and read the next chapter, and we would brainstorm about ideas, and then I would incorporate some of the things that we talked about into the plot.
Well, those kids have to feel kind of special.
Well, they did feel special on Saturday. They came with me to the book signing, and they were all there signing copies of the book along with me. So that was really fun to see them.
There they are right there. That's so cute.
So yeah, there they are. And they really seem to enjoy that whole process.
And at that age, Mary, it's kind of hard sometimes to get kids involved and make them like history or even make them want to learn about it. I think it's very cool how you're putting together real history with a little bit of their own adventure.
It does seem to really spark their imagination, which is really the whole point, is for them to see that, you know, history is just really a collection of incredibly interesting stories. So we kind of weave it in with this whole fantasy story and come up with something that's really fun to read.
Well, the book is Behind the Grave of Robert J. McLeod. Where can we pick it up at? I think Barnes & Noble has it.
You can get it at Barnes & Noble, or East Cooper Sporting Goods carries it. And
very cool.
Yeah, they're great in there, and they have been so supportive of all my books. And Wonderworks has it, and then you can get it online. Oh, and it's also available as an ebook, so Nook or Kindle.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'm a fan, Mary. You've already sold me.
Good.
So thank you so very much for being here. We do appreciate it.
Well, I love being here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right, well, it's your chance to tour beautiful homes on Kiowa Island. More on the 14th annual Island House Tour is coming up right after this break. But before that, we're going to see Dave in that Whole Foods kitchen. Dave.